All right, let's pick up where we were. Question number 2. Not so excited about this in sailing. Okay.
I love that one.
All right. Okay, let's move to question number 2 of the evening from Not So Excited About This in Saline. And this person writes into the office, I was asked to be the banker, quotation marks, banker for my sister and brother-in-law who cannot get a loan with a bank because he cannot keep a job. They now want to buy a home. She is my sister, and so I want to help her. But how do I do this? Where do I put the home in my name? Do we just shake on it, or do we write an agreement? Not so excited about this in sailing.
Well, I mean, that it's such a common thing that happens, right? We
Mm-hmm.
all want to help the people that we love, family members. Some people are in a better position to help others. And so this person sounds like he's in a position where he can make some type of financial investment to help his sister. But really, of course, number one is not that excited. And number two, uh, it's hard to do business with family. So,
Yes.
I might digress for just a couple of seconds because I'm not really known for digressing, but I actually wrote a book on a
Yes.
topic
Mm-hmm.
that directly touches on, these concerns, such as doing business with family, doing business with friends, right? The underlying common theme of that book, and what I'm going to share with you now, is that you always have to have something in writing between people, whether they're family members, good friends. I mean, you do it with strangers, and it's kind of uncomfortable when you have to ask a friend or family member, hey, I'm lending you this, or I'm doing, I'm giving you that.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I want it in writing, the law requires that any transaction, any real estate transaction that goes beyond 1 year, um, be memorialized in writing. And there's a reason for it, because people have short memories, and then it's such an important asset. So how do we keep people honest? Well, we reduce whatever is important material items into writing. And when people don't do that, or they don't have the assistance of an attorney like myself, or a competent real estate attorney in this area, um, everything just blows up to hell. I have so many files that we deal with, so many calls and so many transactions, that all we do all day, Blair, is clean up after people's legal vomit.
Mm-hmm.
And what if you think that family members will never do certain things to other people when it comes to real estate, you have another thing coming. I mean, it's fierce, and it's really sad for the people ultimately who are involved. Relationships are completely destroyed over it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was my digression. And again, the book is called Shady, just so you
Yes.
know. And it's available online. It's free. Everything I produce is all, the content is free. So this gentleman, it was his sister,
Believe so.
regardless of the brother-in-law. There's so many things that need to be done here. But the most important thing is, you better reduce whatever your understanding is to writing. If you're going to lend money, don't be an enemy of your own money. Go and have the appropriate documentation drafted by a real estate attorney on how these people will pay you back. What are the terms? What happens if payments aren't made properly? Can you foreclose? I mean, even though it's a family member, can you foreclose? When will a deed be conveyed? Is this going to be a mortgage, or is this going to be a land contract? Is there going to be a loan agreement, or is there just going to be the secured mortgage that documents the transaction? There's so many things that need to be done. So what did he say he was? He was not excited in
Not
saying,
excited. Yep.
yeah, if you're trying to help your sibling, good for you.
Yep.
And but one of my mentors of blessed memory, he said to me years ago, when I was just coming up in law, he said, no good deed ever goes unpunished. If I think about that every day. And so here you are, you want to do good, and you want to help your family members or your friends. I get a lot of business loans that people don't document properly, and we're in court quite a bit. I mean, I
Sure.
like being in court. If I have to be, I will be there. But what I really like is making sure that people have their ducks in a row so that they never have to be concerned about it. Or if it becomes a concern, there's a memorialized agreement that guides people on how their relationship to each other needs to be monitored, how they're supposed to behave, what they're supposed to do in the event of a default.
Mm-hmm.
And you've heard this before, and I'm not here to lecture, and I don't want to go over our time, but people need to be aware, even when you put stuff in writing, good legal instruments, most of them have like almost all of them have like 85% of the documentation in a contract deals with what we call default remedies, what one party is going to do to the other.
Yes.
You've heard me say this before. You know, it's like 80% of a contract. What we're going to do to you if, you know, the opposing side fails to make a payment on time, or default, or what happens if there's a bankruptcy, or what happens if there's a termination or a death. All these things, there's 80% of that is deals with the default. The 20% is all the feel-good language. You're going to get this in exchange for that. You know, we're getting money, you're getting a house, you're getting money, you're getting a business, you're getting money, you're getting land, you're getting an asset, whatever it is contracts, okay?
Yep.
But that 20% is usually the first 2 pages of a contract. It's got the terms of how people are going to pay back, and everybody's excited on that day that they signed the paperwork. After that, we have no idea what's going to happen.
No, exactly. No, if someone actually reads their mortgage, they will see all of that. And when my husband and I bought our first house, we weren't that young, but I'll just say that we were. And so you just sign on the dotted line. You're so excited that you're getting your first house. But getting into real estate investing and reading line by line private mortgages, which is sort of what this individual is describing, that's exactly what you see. You read through that mortgage and you're just like, here's 8 pages of what I'm going to do to you if you default on this loan. And so I definitely encourage people to, you know, read through your mortgage. It's not light reading, but just go ahead and see what's in there.
You know, it's also like, it goes with leases too as well. I just finished a 68-page commercial lease for
My goodness.
And 8.5 by 14.
The long one. Wow.
Single space, 10-point font, and front and back.
You're kidding me.
No, I'll show it to you. It took me a long time, but the client really wanted it. The client, I represent the landlord in a decent, very decent shopping center. And the tenants, here's the thing, the tenants are nice people. What are they looking to do? Oh, they're excited. They're going to open a business. They're going to live the American dream. They're going to liquidate their 401k to make everything work.
Yeah.
Great. The first 2 pages, this is what you get. You're getting this property. This is what's going to happen. This is when we need the payments. The other 67 pages or so, or 66 pages are what this landlord is going to do to you and how you're going to behave during your lease term. And if you make one mistake, I mean, it's a very tough lease. So, I mean, we do leases, commercial leases. I do them, you know, from like 10 pages, you know, up to 75 pages. I had one at like maybe 100 pages at one time. So, by the way, it's not how many words or how many pages. It's really the material content of the lease. So, again, we went way off track. I'm just saying, this gentleman, go get yourself something in writing. If you don't have to call us, but I'm going to tell you, go call somebody. And make sure, because family deals usually are the worst deals.
Yep, absolutely. Because when they go south, it'll break your heart.
That's right.